They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. On the return, Deontay Harris. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Harris on the return. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Brees. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Kamara with a first down run, but he's unable to get back to the line of scrimmage as the push upfield was strong defensively.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run. That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now Brees on 3rd down. And he finds Cook. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
First down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Brees leaves this one with Kamara. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Brees with
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Brees. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. Foles and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. This is the receiver turned running back, Cordero Patterson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Across midfield.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
He may try and run for this. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. They're going with Lindsay. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. couldn't get anything. And the Saints will have the football back. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. To throw is Breeze. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack, and I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one, but occasionally the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly, maybe someone tipped it off, but on that play, it had no chance.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara, and they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now, remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. Shotgun now for Breeze. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Foles. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Hey, here we go, I got it. Tiger. Watch the screen. Tiger. Watch the screen.
Now a pass complete to Hogan. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. We're scoreless after 1.
At the 9-yard line.
Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with 2nd down and less than a yard. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he is out of bounds here. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
But it certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Phillip Lindsey, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
His kick.
Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the 2nd quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Terrell Suggs in on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 44-yard line.
From the gun, it's Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. In on the tackle, Kamoko Toure.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. You never want to give up a sack. And from the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes. We're trying to put him on the ground.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Saints, nothing.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Chicago Bears.
Now Foles. And he hits the former Saint, Jimmy Graham. And he's taken down inside the 30. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Cordero Patterson, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Bears will extend their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better, and I think that's part of what we're seeing here. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now Breeze. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith as the first half is winding down. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football. Full half to be played.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Here's Foles. Lets this one rip toward Graham. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
For Jimmy Graham, incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. Lets this one rip toward Graham. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson.
Cordero Patterson on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about.
Now a hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's another Bears.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Being chased out left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd.
There's Kamara trying to run for it. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints move back within a couple of the lead. Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. They'll turn to Kamara. They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. Now it's Patterson. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Past midfield, look out. Cordero Patterson on the loose. And he gets this all the way down to the 20. What a return. Almost broke it for 6.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
It's the score, Bears 21, Saints 14. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Saints.
Running with Kamara. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st down, New Orleans.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Breeze going to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now, despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Breeze able to get away. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Robert Quinn. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
3rd down. 3rd and long.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Kamara trying again. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
21 apiece.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. From the 27, Foles. Caught out left side by Robinson.
That's a really good game.
Allen Robinson, kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bears have broken the tie.
For the extra point.
And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Makes the score Bears 28. Saints 21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
To Traquan Smith.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now left side on the swing pass, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Complete.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Brings up second and 7 at the 40-yard line.
Now Breeze. And his throw is incomplete. Oh, a lot of contact right there. No call. Maybe got away with one.
What are you doing questioning the contact on that play? Let them play. And, it's a late-game situation. I think that probably played into it. The officials, they want to let the players determine it down the stretch.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their own 46. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Buster Screen. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. Lindsey, first down and more than that. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. Philip Lindsey, 52 yards. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Buster Screen. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They'll run with Lindsey. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game.
Today's final score, Bears 42.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Chicago, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for New Orleans...